Hello, I am here to do a tarot reading for you for whatever moment, day, or time you are in. This isn't going to be something super specific where you need to have a certain sign or it needs to be a certain time. This is a reading for anyone who feels drawn to it and for anybody who needs help finding their way through a certain situation or energy that they are in right now. This is a tarot spread that I use called The Way Forward. Actually, it has a few different names, but that's pretty much what I'm going to call it right now. And we're going to find our way forward through something. So if that sounds like you feel drawn to this, you need help finding your way forward through something, regardless of day, time, or sign, there will be a message here for you. And this is my little love, Pearl, my best friend, and that's my vacuum cleaner. So let's get into it. I'm going to tune into the energy of this moment, to the energy of this situation right now, and let's see what comes up for you. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands. There is something that over time you have built up for yourself and it brings you a lot of security and stability. However, it's becoming more of a burden than a blessing at this point because it's taking a lot of energy and you've lost your passion and curiosity around this. Three of Wands is telling me that there's something else calling you forward that feels more true to you, that feels more purposeful, that is igniting your passion. And while it may not be understood by, say, other people or even by your logical mind, like, why would I let go of this super stable thing to move into something that is so unknown? This is what is meant for you. This is your path. So this is an encouragement for you to take a leap of faith right now, because even though you have stability, you've lost the joy, right? And so it's not really worthwhile anymore. There's a need for some kind of a change into something more passionate that brings your joy back to life. And eventually that can create stability for you too, but probably not right away, right? You're going to have to move through this period of change and a little bit of shakiness, but it's going to be really exciting. So that's the energy of the moment. That is the situation of the moment. And next we're going to pull a card to represent your biggest challenge right now as you move forward through this energy. So your biggest challenge, or sometimes they say like your block, right? Your block in the road, something you need to get past. Okay, we have another four, the Four of Swords, and we also have the Empress. These two cards combined, okay, I don't want to use the word laziness, but that's what this is bringing up for me. This is in the position of your challenge or your block. Sometimes when we've created something that gives us stability, it allows us to move through our day in a pretty comfortable way, move through our life in a pretty comfortable way, even if it's not igniting passion, even if we've lost our curiosity or our love for it, it can be really hard to let go of that comfort, right? These are two very still, slow, comfortable cards. So that is really going to be your challenge in moving through this, right? Letting go of the comfort. And it's a little bit of a laziness over oh, maybe tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna continue being happily comfortable for today, and you could end up doing that every day forever. It's never the right time to shake things up. It's never the right time to let go of my comfortable situation. It's this sense of I'm okay with just being okay, right? But are you? Or are you just scared, right? So that's going to be your challenge as you move forward, is finding the value in this adventure, right? And valuing it above your temporary comfort or discomfort, if that makes sense. So let's see how you can get past this block, how you can best get past this challenge, this desire to kind of just cling to comfort and be kind of lazy about it, right? So here's what I'm here to tell you, because we got the Tower, the most uncomfortable card in the deck that is all about wiping your comfort away and pushing you into something new. And the thing about the Tower is that it's not going to be entirely in your hands. So here's what I feel with this. We also have the King of Cups. I feel like this is going to happen for you regardless, right? So you can have more of a hand in it, or you can kind of wait for the universe to swoop in and take care of this for you, because this change is going to be happening for your highest good. And if you choose to kind of stay in this comfortable but not passionate place, if you know what I mean, I'm using the word the universe, but the universe, source, creator, energy, whatever, your guides, they are going to be like, okay, look, if you can't do this for yourself, if you can't reflect on your heart's desire and prioritize the needs of your heart and spirit, we're going to push you into this. So this is kind of a little bit of feeling like a heads up, right? You can plan and prepare and start to like make these changes for yourself, or you can cling to comfort and take a back seat to this change that is going to happen for you. So that's fun. So next, I'm going to look at something you can focus on right now. Your priority, where your focus should be in this moment. Something you can pick to put your energy and intention into. Yeah. Okay, we have the world closing one door and opening another, right? It's time for change. It's time for transformation. It is time for you to close the loop on some aspect of your life and step into a new phase. And we also have the Seven of Swords, which brings up a lot of fear, especially mental fear. And the thing about the Seven of Swords I often see too is that you may be like hiding from other people, like not wanting to be open about what you're going through because maybe you don't want judgment or you don't want opinions, you don't want to feel pushed, right? But this really encourages you to be open and vulnerable, and also to allow other people to help you as you move through this kind of difficult transition and this difficult change, right? People want to cheer you on. People want to support you. They want to see you happy and to feel like in love with life and in love with what you're doing and excited and curious again about this part of your life, right? So be open to being open with other people, with sharing what's on your heart, with sharing what's on your mind, with sharing things that you are struggling with. And then, of course, the world, just focus on how you want to move through this time of change, what you need to let go of so that you can make space for something new. And then I like to pull a couple cards as an action step, kind of like the very next thing you can do. This is something that can just get you started, right? So what is our next step here? What can you do right now to get the ball rolling that will help you on this road towards your highest and greatest good? Okay. Nine of Cups reversed. So Nine of Cups reversed tells me that you are neglecting the needs of your heart, which I think we've kind of figured out. Your heart is telling you something. It's saying, hey, we need more joy, we need more play, we need more pleasure. And this kind of practical, comfortable situation that we're in right now is not enough, right? So prioritizing your own personal pleasure, starting to do things that bring you more joy. We have the Knight of Wands, the adventurer. This is spontaneity. It is being more impulsive. It is saying yes to things, even when your mind is saying, no, that doesn't really go with our routine. That doesn't really make practical sense. Like, don't limit yourself when it comes to having fun, when it comes to play, when it comes to joy. This is a time for you to, like, maybe you just want to, plan something that feels a little bit adventurous, that feels a little outside of your comfort zone. Just plan one thing, right? That is strictly just about joy for yourself. And that is the next step that you can take. And when you experience that one little thing, it's going to like spark something within you that might help you to motivate to make bigger changes that need to be made. It might remind you how important joy is and how important adventure is and spontaneity and listening to your heart is, right? Okay. So now we're going to look at external influences. These are things that might be impacting you from the outside, and sometimes we're not even totally aware of these things from the outside, right? Like we think we're feeling a certain way, but really it's the influence of something else, right? So let's see what's on the outside that's impacting you as you are in this situation right now, as you move through this journey. External influences. Okay. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. We also have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so Page of Cups, for some of you, I feel like this is actually like a specific person or specific people that are showing up in your life as people that rely on you and need you, kind of like children, right? And so there's a sense of other people depending on you that may be keeping you locked into this place of routine and comfort and practicality. And that's valid to a degree, right? We also have the Seven of Pentacles, which could indicate some kind of body of work or some kind of project or commitment that you have made, that you have been pouring yourself into over a long period of time. So in a lot of ways, it goes back to our original Four of Pentacle cards. And that thing that you've kind of built in this area of your life or your life in general that's created some stability and security for you, and it makes it harder to let go, especially when you reflect and you're like, but I've put so much into this, right? That can be really hard to move on from, even if it's not creating joy or curiosity or passion for you anymore, right? So those are our external influences. And, you know, I also get this sense, though, with the Page of Cups, that for some of you, you know, what I've already spoken about, but for some of you, it's like this feeling of like immaturity coming from the outside. Maybe somebody who doesn't really have the emotional maturity to be giving you advice or guidance, but they are anyway, right? That kind of a thing. So just be aware of whose advice you are taking in. Like, look at that person and ask yourself, is this really somebody that I want to be following or leading me, right? Like, are they living the life that I want to live? Then maybe you don't want to take their advice, right? Or are they kind of showing up in a way that I want to be showing up? Think about it, right? Think about whose advice you're taking and put it through a filter of discernment. Okay. So very last, we have our outcome, and I say potential outcome or most likely outcome if you take this path forward, if you decide to move forward on this path. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, here we go. We have the Two of Pentacles. Hi, sweetie. Little stretch. We have the Two of Pentacles, which to me is greatly about this mindset shift. This is going to be easier than you think it is. When I see the Two of Pentacles in this deck, this person is taking on a challenging task. However, they are happy about it because they're enjoying it, because they love what they are doing. So even though it's hard, they feel lightness because it's something that they want to do. It's something that makes them happy. It's something that brings them joy, right? So it's a shift in mindset. You may be moving from stability into more instability, but you're also moving into more passion and more joy. So even though you may be taking on more, it's not going to feel as heavy because you're going to be enjoying yourself more. We also have the Star and the Hierophant. So the Star is like the light at the end of the tunnel. So as your outcome, it's like one of the most beautiful outcomes that you could expect here. It's like a time of reprieve where you feel like you are healing, you are coming more deeply into yourself. And the Hierophant, which I always see as like a higher lesson or an invitation for higher learning. It's an invitation to get closer to your true purpose and your true path. So that's something you might want to commit to, right? That's something that might excite you. And might inspire you and motivate you to make the changes that you need to make, because you have something out there that is for you, that is your purpose, that is your truth, and your heart is going to guide you. It is going to show you the way. So there's more for you out there, and it's worth these temporary feelings of discomfort and these temporary feelings of instability. It's worth shaking things up and taking a leap of faith. So that's it. I hope this reading helps you. Please comment if it does. I hope it resonates, and I'm sending you a big hug and lots of love.